one of the things that sort of surfaced throughout the serial journey was a lot of online chatter around, what's your real motive here, right? Are you...
What's my real motive?
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
So it's like people would say, are you sort of working on criminal justice issues? Is this part of like the Innocence Project? Are you connected somehow? But everyone was really kind of curious about these ulterior motives that were sort of somehow in the background. But you came back and you said, look, I tell stories. And this is what the product sort of is. You didn't use those words. And so maybe talk about the difference between pandering towards maybe some of the things that you have as a personal agenda versus the scoop that you think needs to be heard.
I think as a reporter, as a journalist, right, like those lines are supposed to be very, very hard. Like there's a firewall should be between your own politics, your own advocate. I mean, you cannot be an advocate for anything. You can't be an advocate. And I'm asked now all the time, like, can you come talk to the Innocence Project or help us raise money for the, and I'm just like, I cannot, I don't know. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not an advocate. But sometimes I have to my response is be like, I want to help, it's a good cause. And then I'm like, I can't do that. No. And so you have to step back. So you just have to be really clear. Like, I think it's okay, and other reporters will disagree with me, right, about this, but I think it is okay if you have researched something thoroughly enough and rigorously enough. I think it is okay to take a position and say, like, I've looked at this from every which way. I didn't come in with an agenda. I didn't come in with a point of view. I was open. I was as open as I knew how to be as a person. And that's hard. Like, you have to force yourself because you think you know stuff, or you have opinions, or you have friends who are in the, all of us come, right, with certain biases. So you have to sort of be aware of your biases, try to set them aside, and just be like, just teach me. I'm here to learn. Just teach me. But then you get to the end of that road and you're like, no, there's an up or down here. And I think it's okay to say you really have to do your homework to get there and to be trusted by the audience, to not feel like, oh, you just were headed here all the time and you were pretending to look into this, but you really, so it's like a real effort to stay open, which is where I really rely on my colleagues, actually. I mean, I do not make serial alone. I don't work alone, where it's incredibly collaborative, which probably is here too. Where people check you all the time and be like, why are you saying that? Or why do you think that? Or what do you mean? And you're like, what do I mean? Wait, maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about. Let me go ask some more questions. It's a thing we think about all the time, of even the questions we're asking, are those coming from a certain bias? You know what I mean? But you really have to, that's kind of the fun part, honestly. If I'm just going out talking about stuff I already think I know, that's not interesting. It's not interesting for me. I don't think it's going to be interesting for the audience either. That is the cool part of my job, is I get to learn about stuff I had no idea. And just have my mind blown all the time of wait, that's how it works? You've got to be kidding me. That's how it works? And then you would be like, you guys check it out. Look how it works.